This writer drew a chalk circle around himself because something was trying to get into his hotel room. A few seconds later, the witch appeared beside the bed. She moved around the room slowly, like she was looking for a way in, but the moment she reached the circle, something invisible stopped her. That was when he realized the old hotel legend might actually be real. The writer had come to this remote old inn to scatter his parents' ashes and stay one final night in the same place they once visited years ago. He wrote supernatural horror for a living, so when the staff told him the hotel had a haunted room, he did not take it seriously. According to the story, a witch had once been burned inside the honeymoon suite. Since then, guests had disappeared, strange sounds came from the walls, and the owner finally sealed the room shut. A young hotel worker warned him not to go near it, but she also showed him something from an old book. It said that if the witch came for you, the only way to stay safe was to draw a circle around yourself with chalk. As long as the circle stayed unbroken, she could not cross it. The writer laughed it off at first. To him, it sounded like the kind of story people tell tourists to make an old hotel feel scarier. But then the hotel worker vanished. The police searched the woods, the guest rooms, and the nearby roads. But there was one place they never checked: the locked honeymoon suite. The staff claimed nobody could get inside because only the hotel owner had the key. That answer made the writer suspicious. That night, the writer got help from a strange local who claimed he had seen the missing girl's ghost near the sealed room. The two of them broke into the hotel after closing, but before they could reach the suite together, a security guard found the local and knocked him out. The writer hid nearby, waited for the guard to leave, then continued upstairs alone. When he finally entered the honeymoon suite, it looked almost normal. Dusty furniture, old wallpaper, a cold bed, and a rotten smell in the air. For a moment, he thought the whole legend was just another fake ghost story. Then he noticed something strange on the wall: a hidden door. Behind it was an old dumbwaiter, the kind hotels use to send food between floors. The owner suddenly appeared and begged him not to touch it, which only made everything worse. The writer pressed the button anyway. The machine groaned, chains started moving, and something slowly rose from below. That was when the truth came up with it. The missing hotel worker had not run away, and she had not been taken by a ghost. She had discovered the owner's secret, and he used the witch legend to cover what he did. He locked her inside the dumbwaiter shaft, knowing nobody would search the one room everyone was too scared to enter. The haunted story was not just a legend anymore. It was the perfect excuse. Before the writer could leave, the owner locked him inside the same suite and reset the room so it looked untouched. His plan was simple: let the writer disappear, just like the girl did. But the writer refused to die inside that room. He searched every wall, every cabinet, and every corner until he found a small door hidden behind the furniture. It was locked from the outside, and the only tool he had was a kitchen knife. After struggling for hours, he realized there might be another way out. If the dumbwaiter led down to the basement, maybe there was an exit below. Before climbing in, he built a small timer with a rotating figurine so it would press the button once every hour. That way, the dumbwaiter would come back up by itself, and he would not be trapped underground forever. Then he climbed down. The basement was dark, damp, and completely silent. There was no exit, no window, and no sign that anyone had been there recently. Just old walls, rusted chains, and the feeling that something was watching him from the dark. Then his foot kicked something across the floor. It was a used piece of chalk. The writer froze. Someone else had been down there before him. Someone else had needed a circle. That meant the hotel owner was not the only thing hiding in this place. Suddenly, every light in the basement went out. A chain dragged across the floor somewhere in the darkness. The writer curled up near the dumbwaiter, waiting for his timer to bring it back down. But the sound kept getting closer. Then, in the black hallway, he saw a pale face slowly leaning toward him. That was the moment he finally understood. The owner had used the witch story to hide his crime, but the witch was real the entire time. Be honest, if a chalk circle was the only thing keeping something away from you, would you trust it or run?